go to Corey and
he's got a really good topic.
Yes.
That will help David.
Yes.
Tremendously.
Well, we'll see. In today's Job Shop, a titillating topic that can hurt your career. We're talking about office gossip. Joining us right now, Sam Chapman. He is the author of, where is it right here? The No Gossip Zone. It's a no-nonsense guide to healthy, performing work environments. So how about that? All right, so first of all, is it really that big of a deal? I mean, gossip and a little something, a little here and there. Not big of a deal, really.
It is, and just judging by the way everyone's fighting during the break, I'd say it's a big deal.
Whoa!
Yeah. But it is workers' single biggest pet peeve when asked, and it weighs 65 hours a week per employee. Wow. Excuse me, per year per employee, according to the RAND organization.
And you were saying it gets people fired too. It gets, it really affects, your job. All right, now you are the CEO also of Empower Public Relations. You have an interesting policy there. I was going to say weird policy, but I won't editorialize. An interesting policy. Talk about it.
So if you gossip at Empower Public Relations, we tell on you. And we invite you to go back and tell the person that you were just gossiping about what you said. And that seems to be enough to do away with the problem at our firm.
Wait, so are you then gossiping about gossiping?
Yeah. No, we're bringing it out into the open. Yeah.
So what does that mean? Explain how that works.
So let's say you're gossiping about Dave, he's not around, and I say, hey, that's something negative and Dave's not around. I invite you to go tell him what you said, and I'm going to follow up afterwards and make sure you said the part about his hair. So that you told the whole story.
You mean that at least I have some?
Yeah.
All right.
But then there's the liars, the people who will not be honest.
Yeah, well, okay, well, how do you define gossip?
So gossip is something negative said outside of the presence of the person you're talking
So it has to be negative then.
It has to be negative, and it can even be true. As long as you're bad-mouthing somebody and they're not in the room, that's gossip.
So the way that you deal with it at your office place is you bring everybody in, you say, hey, hey, David, or hey, Jan, ... before you go tell the boss?
What we do is we say, hey, Corey, go tell David what you said. And if you don't, then I'm going to do it. And it's that simple, face to face. The gossiper, the gossipee, they have it out. And you find out when you clean up these stories that half of what we're saying about each other is not true.
Hey, who gossips more, men or women?
It's the same. It's the same.
Really?
Yeah, sorry.
You sure? I don't know about that. I feel like it's different. I feel like the gossiping is different among, men versus women.
Well, I know you do, but I mean, in my experience, in my experience, when people start reporting in gossip, like we see at our office all the time, it's the men and it's the women. It really is. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I know you're going to be in our newsroom, going online to answer your questions in the job shop at myfoxchicago.com. Ask anything you want about office gossip, maybe some solutions. I know it's a big problem for a lot of folks have it.
It is, and if you're looking for a job and you've been a bad gossiper, it's not going to be as easy for you because you've left some bad karma behind.
Yeah.
And so if you can stay clean and don't gossip, that's the best way to get a new job.
Excellent. One more thing. Hey, Jacques, you have a marker, right? I want to have you can you sign this for Jan?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hey, Corey, by the way, your girlfriend, Kelsey, lovely. We met her Friday night. Lovely young lady, by the way.
The gloves are off.
Yeah.
The gossip gloves are off.
I love his policy because the way he defines gossiping is saying something negative about somebody else.
Right. And putting a stop at it right
without
away.
them being in the present.
Jan, here you
without their presence.
Here you go. This is for you.
Make sure he signs one for your girlfriend as well, Kelsey.
There you go.
Thank you. And by the way, our producer said you were a loser. So I'm putting that out there right now.
Put it out in the open.
Roy, you shouldn't say anything
Make sure
like
everyone
that, Roy.
knows it.
We're going to be sharing
He actually called me a loser, but he did it to me to my face.
Right.
So.
In the most loving way you can say that expression, by the way. Well, that's about it for me on this segment. Thanks, Sam. It's good to have you in the studio.